Hello, everyone. I'm a native English speaker and a friend of Yelena's. I'm helping her finish her book, and today I'm going to read some sentences from her book, and I hope you find them useful both for learning English and practicing your pronunciation. Let's get started. They will never get accustomed to driving on the left. Accustomed. Accustomed. They will never get accustomed to driving on the left. So I think this is great, and this is really, it's so true, because I come from a place in the world where we drive on the right side of the road. So here they're talking probably about me and many others. We will never get accustomed to driving on the left side of the road. It would just be too bizarre. If you have to look up words in your dictionary too often when reading in a second language, you will quickly get tired and confused. This is so true. So true. If you have to look up or to look words up, actually, I would say look up words. Let's change that for the book. If you have to look up words in your dictionary too often, when reading in a second language, you will quickly get tired and confused. Dictionary. Language. Confused. Where did you get your hair cut? Oh, I'm so happy to see this in the book. Your followers will find this very useful because people ask this all the time. Your hair looks good, and someone says, wow, your hair looks great. Where did you get your hair cut? They want to go to your hairstylist. Where did you get your hair cut? Do you have time to get some coffee with me later? Do you have time to get some coffee with me later? Oh no, he has an ugly face. Oh, I hope that people don't have to say this often. Oh, it's not very kind. He has an ugly face. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut. So a shortcut is a quicker way to do something. Maybe you drive from home to work is 2 miles, but maybe there's a shortcut you can take and you can get there quicker. Maybe there's less traffic. Maybe the road is smoother. Another very common sentence that we say in life is, there are no shortcuts in life. Right? So you always have to do things the hard way. There are no shortcuts in life. Victory lies in overcoming obstacles every day. Oh, I think this is so great. Very useful for Yelena's followers because this is so true, especially when you're practicing learning a second language. You're practicing English, and victory lies in overcoming obstacles every day. Obstacles. So obstacles are challenges. Maybe it's a challenge for you to pronounce this sentence correctly. Maybe it's an obstacle. Sorry. Maybe it's an obstacle. So victory lies in overcoming obstacles every day. You've got to practice. Commit yourself. Listen to the end of this video. Practice saying every sentence with me and overcome those obstacles. Does he have curly hair? No, his hair is straight. I think this is great to see in the book because women so often are talking about boys. Boys, men, we're always talking. Does he have curly hair? No, his hair is straight. Is he good looking? Yes, he's good looking. Does he have curly hair? No, his hair is straight. So this is great to see because this is talking about directions. And I'm going to change this to the contraction wheel because that's how we'd say it in English. Follow me, we'll arrive soon. Or we might also say, we'll get there soon. Okay, so you're following someone. They're driving ahead of you in a car, maybe on a bike, maybe you're walking, and we'll get there soon. So you're both going to the same place. Follow me. We'll get there soon. Oh, I like to see this. This is great. I think this is really useful for your followers, Yelena. No matter where you go, I'll follow you. No matter where you go, I'll follow you. You know who this is so appropriate for is our dogs. Our dogs think the world of us. Those out there who have pets, they want to go everywhere you go. No matter where you go, I'll follow you. They just think the world of us. Whisper to me, she said, bending down. Whisper. So that's talking quietly. Whisper to me, she said, bending down. Maybe your child has a secret they want to tell you. Maybe they have a surprise. And you say, okay, whisper to me, or whisper it to me. That would be appropriate as well, as you bend down to listen. Oh my goodness. This is great to see. This is so common. I think this will be so useful for Yelena's followers because we say this all over the world, no matter where we are. The traffic was terrible. So there was a lot of traffic, or there were accidents, and it usually just means there was a lot of traffic and you weren't moving. The traffic was terrible. What a terrible place. What a terrible place. This is also really common, and I think it'll be useful for Yelena's followers because we might use that in any situation in life. For me, the first thing that comes to mind is a restaurant. You go for dinner at a new restaurant, and your friends ask you, or maybe your colleagues at work the next day, hey, how was dinner at the new restaurant? And you say, oh, what a terrible place. Don't go there. I don't recommend it. What a terrible place. This must be a terrible dream. This must be a terrible dream. So some days, days are just so challenging. Maybe you're at work, your boss is giving you so much to do, you have so much on the go, it's a really stressful day, and you think to yourself, oh, this must be a terrible dream. He is not as smart as his older brother. How cruel. Oh my goodness. He is not as smart as his older brother. Brother. She must be really smart. She must be really smart. They caught him lying and he felt really ashamed. This has happened so many times, right? To us as children, with our children, our nephews and nieces. We catch them lying and they feel really ashamed. They caught him lying and he felt really ashamed. Ashamed. They caught him lying, and he felt really ashamed. Oh, this is great to see in the book. Really great. Your followers should definitely memorize this because this comes up in common conversation all the time. You might be at work, at an event with friends, and someone introduces you to a person, and you say, "Oh, yes, we know each other." That means you've met before. I might start this video today and say, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Yelena. And you guys might think, "Oh, yes, we know each other. We watch her videos all the time." And she knows you, right? So we know each other. How long have they known each other? This is also really common. Often when you're talking about colleagues who work together for a long time, or maybe a couple, people say, "Oh, they've been together for a long time. How long have they known each other?" How long have they known each other? We have to see each other again soon. This is great to see here in the book because people say this all the time. You get together with a friend, you really enjoy their company, you had a nice coffee together or lunch, and you say to them, "We have to see each other again soon. Let's not let too much time go by." We have to see each other again soon. So this is also really common, unfortunately, because there's a lot of terrible news in the world, but it's a really good sentence to know, and I'm glad to see it here in the book because it'll help you. You'll know what it means when you hear it. Now I'm going to change this to very. Greatly is correct, but it would be more common to hear something like this. We were all very upset by the terrible news. We were all very upset by the terrible news. My memories are becoming more and more upsetting. Upsetting. My memories are becoming more and more upsetting. So this is tough. This is a person talking about memories that they're having frequently. So, maybe they have memories of some sort of trauma when they were younger, every day, and they're becoming more and more upsetting. I'd rather stay in. This is great to see in the book. I think this is really helpful for Yelena's followers because it's so commonly used. We talk every day about what we want to do. "Hey, do you want to go to a movie tonight, or do you want to go out for dinner?" "No, I'd rather stay in." That means you'd rather stay at home. I'd rather stay in. Rather. I'd rather not talk about it. So this is also really common and good because people say this when they're setting boundaries for themselves. Maybe you heard your friend broke up with his girlfriend and you ask him, "Hey, Johnny, are you okay? I heard that you and Anna broke up." And he says, "I'd rather not talk about it." So he doesn't want to talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather stay home than go out in this weather. I'd rather stay home than go out in this weather. So maybe it's snowing, or it's just cold outside, or it's really hot. And you say, "I'd rather stay home than go out in this weather." I'd rather walk than take a bus. This is great to see because somebody wants to get exercise, right? They'd rather walk than take a bus. Or they hate the bus. But it's good to see. I'd rather walk than take the bus.